I've been staring at this thing for 8 years, but why won't it die? So the sleeping giants known as Nintendo woke up one day and they were like, you know what? I feel like making some new Mario content today. Yeah, not a new Mario Kart game, because that would be crazy. No, we got the new Booster Course Pass DLC instead. Now, the first 8 of these are already out at this point, known as Paris Promenade, Toad Circuit, Choco Mount, Coconut Mall, Tokyo Blur, Shroom Ridge, Sky Garden, and Ninja Hideaway. But of course, the big elephant in the room is what tracks are coming next, because there are still 40 tracks remaining. That's where I come in, because I'm here today to rank all 40 of the remaining DLC course tracks. So I hope you're excited for today's video. Don't forget to leave a like down below this video, and let's jump right into the first cup. Just a quick thing to make sure before we jump into it though, these are some of the tracks that I'm expecting and hoping. I tried to use a bit of rationale from the first wave, but it's only the first wave to predict all other 5 waves. So this probably won't be accurate, but we're just gonna have fun while doing so. Anyways, let's jump into it. Up on the chopping block for the first cup of the second wave will be Tour Sydney Sprint, SNES Vanilla Lake 2, 3DS Daisy Hills, and DS Waluigi Pinball. Tour Sydney Sprint is a track that not a lot of people have probably experienced yet so far, including me. And I'd love to try it out. It's got some amazing music, looks cool, and yeah, Australia always used to be a cool vibe, so why not? Now, SNES Vanilla Lake 2 is not a track a lot of people are probably hyped for, because the SNES and GBA tracks are generally less hyped. But this one's definitely coming in the DLC sometime. As you can see, there is a sign in Coconut Mall already with Vanilla Lake, so it can either be 1, 2, or 3 from the Super Nintendo game. And they have actually never been remade in a home console Mario Kart, so this would be the first time, although they did get remade in Tour, which is why they're probably coming over, or at least this one is. Now, 3DS Daisy Hills is an interesting one. That is personally one I'd really like to see return. Really love the music, really love the vibe of this nice, cozy, mountainous town. Yeah, after Toad Circuit, I do not really see another mushroom track coming over, but I'd love to really see this one. And finally, DS Waluigi Pinball, and are you kidding me? Everybody wants this track. This is like the one track everybody wants to see in this DLC. Everyone loved it in DS, everyone loved it in 7, although where was Waluigi in 7? And of course it came back in Mario Kart Tour, which means it's just easy to port over, and this one's definitely coming in. On to the next cup, which is the Propeller Mushroom Cup, which will include Tour Vancouver Velocity, GameCube Dino Dino Jungle, Wii Maple Tree Way, and N64 Wario Stadium. Vancouver Velocity, I don't really know what to say for this one. I have not played it. I have seen some gameplay and it looks really fun. Really love the music. You guys might know that from me here and there. And I just love to see what they could do with this one. As Vancouver is a nice city, a nice ice-themed city. You don't really have that with a lot of those city tracks from Mario Kart Tour. Now, Dino Dino Jungle is also another easy one. It's a fan favorite. A lot of GameCube tracks are big fan favorites. And not only that, Dino Dino Jungle was remade in Mario Kart 7 and is currently, I'm pretty sure, the only GameCube track in Mario Kart Tour. So it's just the easiest one to get over. It's a fun track, so why not include it? Maple Tree Way, Maple Tree Way. What can I say about Maple Tree Way that hasn't been said yet? It's a big fan favorite, it's a Mario Kart Tour, so easy to get in. Personally, it's my favorite track from Mario Kart Wii, which has a ton of amazing tracks. I just love to see this one in. And finally, N64's Wario Stadium, a track that I personally have never played, but it is the only N64 track that has never been remade. And it's the only one in this wave that hasn't been in Mario Kart Tour yet. We saw in the first wave with both Shroom Ridge and Coconut Mall, which I'm pretty sure now is in Tour, that there is a chance of tracks that aren't in Tour to get into this DLC. So I just love to see this track in full HD, so that every single N64 track has been remade. It's time for Wave 3, which will include Tour's New York Minute, Wii's Toad's Factory, GBA's Cheap Cheap Island, and 3DS's Rainbow Road. Tour's New York Minute is an easy one to probably get in. It was the first track and the only track that is original to Tour that I played in Tour, because I got off the game quite quickly. It was fun driving around. It looks kind of like New Donk City, but I wouldn't say it's like my favorite Mario Kart track of all time, but it definitely needs to be in, not just for being the first original Tour track, but also, you know, for being New York City. Wii's Toad Circuit needs to get in. It's the track you actually get to see how idle boxes are made. It's a fun track, got some good music. The only thing that really is holding it back at the moment is that it's not a Mario Kart Tour, but lots of tracks from Mario Kart Wii aren't in Tour, so this probably has a chance to get in. Now, GBA Cheap Island is very interesting. I never really played Mario Kart Super Circuit on my own, but it always looked like a fun track, and I'm pretty sure it got remade in Mario Kart Tour as well, so it's a quick, easy way to get it in, and it's a fun new GBA track to also be included in the new game. And finally, the first Rainbow Road to get remade will probably be 3DS Rainbow Road. Not only did it get leaked, but also it's 3DS's Rainbow Road. It's a big fan favorite. In my opinion, it's a bit overrated, but I really love this track as well. But it's not my personal favorite Rainbow Road, but it definitely needs to get in. Alrighty, on to the Boomerang Cup, which will start out with Tours London Loop. Then we'll go into GameCube's Mushroom City, onto DS's Airship Fortress, and finally ending it off with another Tour original track like Ninja Hideaway, Merry Mountain. Now, Tours London Loop is obviously set in London. I have not played it, as I mentioned earlier, but hey, it would just be fun. It's London, might as well get this one in as well, right? Now, GameCube's Mushroom City is a track that definitely needs to get in, or either Mushroom Bridge, because the music in both of those tracks is bless-worthy. Love the music, and Mushroom City just really looks like a fun track to me, with a lot of different turns in the city, and it would just make for an exciting, thrilling track, just like how Shroom Ridge was in Wave 1 and how Toad's Turnpike is in the base game. Now, DS Airship Fortress is high up on my own list, and I'd love to see this track come back. It's obviously based on the airship levels from Super Mario Bros. 3, but it's much more than that, just driving in the airships, launching through the cannons. This is a fan favorite track, and definitely my most wanted track in the entire series that I'd love to get in. Now, Tour Merry Mountain is a very interesting track. I feel like this placement is definitely where it's gonna come, if it's gonna ever come out, because it's kind of close to winter, and it's an ice-themed track, but this Tour original track that isn't based on a city like a Ninja Hideaway definitely needs to get in, because of the fact that it just looks like a ton of fun. Going up the mountain, going back down the mountain, it needs to get in here. It looks so much fun, and Ninja Highway was incredible, and I'd love to see what they could do with this one. Now on to wave number 4, which will include Tours Berlin Byways, SNES's Mario Circuit 1, N64's Koopa Beach, and the first remake of Bowser's Castle, which will be the GameCube version. Now, first off is Tours Berlin Byways. I have not played it. It's based, of course, in the capital of Germany, Berlin. And it just looks like a really fun track with amazing music. Like, have you listened to this thing? It's incredible. This needs to get remastered. Now, just like how I mentioned earlier with Vanilla Lake 1, personally I'm not a big fan of the SNES tracks, but this is the first Mario Circuit, the first Mario Kart track of all time. And if we have this big of a Mario Kart game with 96 tracks, then of course the first one definitely needs to get in there. Now, Koopa Beach is a very interesting track for Mario Kart 64, obviously getting remade in Mario Kart 7 and a Tour, giving it high chances of getting in. But it's also interesting because if you look at the base game track Sunshine Airport, there's an island off in the distance that actually looks like Koopa Beach from Mario Kart 64, which would interconnect the game, kind of like how Mario Kart Double Dash used to do it. To wrap up the cup, we've got GameCube's Bowser's Castle, which looks like a terrifying track with crazy scary music, lots of jumps, lots of turns, and a giant Bowser who spews fire at you. I feel like this track, with like how many turns it has, could definitely make like a fun track for not only experienced players, but also for newcomers who are trying to learn how to drift. And otherwise, you know, we just need some new Bowser's Castle. There's currently only one, and we got 3 Rainbow Roads. Please, Nintendo, put this Bowser's Castle in. It's time for the Cherry Cup, which will include Tours Los Angeles Labs, 3DS's Rosalina's Ice World, GBA's Sunset Wilds, and a Wii's Koopa Cape. I've already said it many times, but I have not played many of the Tour original tracks, but this one sounds amazing. The music is a bop, and yeah, Los Angeles is of course a very big city, so I'd love to check it out in Mario Kart, obviously. 3DS's Rosalina's Ice World would just be lovely to see, as I like me a nice ice-filled level. They're pretty cool, am I right? Not only that though, it's Mario Galaxy inspired, and it was a really fun track to play on Mario Kart 7, which I just love to see return. Hey, what's that? Oh yeah, it's another cool remake of a GBA track in Mario Kart, being Sunset Wilds. I'd love to see this track return. It was already remade in Mario Kart Tour, which of course gives it high chances. And not only that, it's got the cool sunset setting down the more laps you go through, which obviously couldn't have been shown as nicely in Tour. There are only 2 laps of course in that game. And it would probably just look amazing seeing that track in HD. So Nintendo, please. Finally, obviously, Koopa Cape. Well, yeah, of course I had to include this track because otherwise I would get destroyed in the comment section. But not only that, but Koopa Cape is just a fun track while you drive on water, going to this cool pipe. I'm pretty sure it got also remade on tour, and don't quote me on that one though. So I'd love to see this track return in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's just a fun track. Maybe they could use some more of the underwater mechanics to improve the track even more. We're already getting quite close to the end, but let's get on to Wave 5 in Rock Cup, which will start out with Tours Amsterdam Drift, then with GameCube's Daisy Cruiser, 3DS's Rock Mountain, and ending off with DS's Luigi's Mansion. At the time of recording this, Amsterdam Drift is the most recent track that got added to Mario Kart Tour, and it's obviously based off of Amsterdam in the Netherlands. And for the people who don't know, I am from the Netherlands, so I'd love to see this track from Tour. Obviously the most out of any city track, so Nintendo, please, we need this in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe ASAP. GameCube Daisy's Cruiser would be a nice chillax track to get at this point in the DLC. It's just a nice track where you obviously drive around Daisy's Cruiser, go through the pool. I'm pretty sure this also got remade in Mario Kart 7, but it would just be a nice chill track to see return. But just as Rock Mountain needs to get in, because it shows off the gliding mechanic that got introduced in Mario Kart 7 in the best way possible, with probably the longest gliding section in the entire series. Not only that, this cup is literally called the Rock Cup, and if it didn't include Rock Mountain, that would just be a shame. Luigi's Mansion has recently become quite big for Nintendo after Luigi's Mansion 3 that came out in 2019 on the Nintendo Switch, selling the most amount in the series by far, and just putting in DS Luigi's Mansion would just be another great notice for the series. Not only is the track amazing, the series has been doing well. We already have a battle track for it as well, but the racetrack is just the best one. Onto the Moon Cup, obviously based on the power moves from Mario Odyssey. We've got Tour Singapore Speedway, N64 Frappe Snowland, Wii's Mushroom Gorge, and GBA's Rainbow Road. Tour Singapore Speedway is another one that I have not played personally. I really like the music, but outside that, I can't really say much about it. I just love to see it and play it for the first time. N64 Frappe Snowland is another well-deserved ice stage that needs to make a return. Obviously coming from Mario Kart 64, but it was also included in Mario Kart DS and most recently in Mario Kart Tour, which added of course a few new changes that I'd love to see in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Wii's Mushroom Gorge is obviously a fan favorite that I'd love to see return. I know a lot of other fans that love this track to death with a lot of the bouncing mushrooms, and of course the gliding mushroom that got added in Mario Kart 7's version that I would love to see again in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And finally, wrapping up this wave and this cup is GBA's edition of a Rainbow Road, which is one that I have not played yet, but I feel like would be very fun in this game, because it has no railings, you can do a bunch of tricks on them, and obviously we've got the first ever Rainbow Road in this game, we've got Mario Kart 64's, so why not the GBA one right after that? It just started out the DLC, so it's so weird to think about it already ending, but here we go, Wave 6 with the Acorn Cup. We're going to be starting out with a new track from Mario Kart Tour, and we've got SNES's Choco Island 3, we've got DS Delfino Square, and N64's Bowser's Castle. So you might be asking, why do you think there's going to be a new tour track? Well, obviously we're going to be 2 years later at this point, and there are obviously more tour tracks based on cities that have yet to be revealed or to be released. For example, at the moment I'm pretty sure there are only 2 in the files, but hey, that's already 2 more than we would have space for, so might as well include it here, although we do not know yet what they are. SNES's Choco Island 3 would be lovely to see, especially because there's a lack of SNES track that I've included in this list so far. But hey, Choco Island 3 would be cool to see. Love the aesthetic from when I played the Mario Kart DS, and Choco Mountain came all the way at the beginning, so at the end it would probably be a good fit. Throughout this video we've been talking a lot about different city tracks, and if there's one city we have forgotten to include so far, it's Delfino Square, which I'd love to see return from obviously Mario Kart DS, but it was also Mario Kart Wii. Such a phenomenal track, lots of turns, love the music, the drawbridge at the end is fantastic, and it's obviously based on Delfino Island from Mario Sunshine, which is another reason why I'd love it to come back. To wrap this cup up, we've got N64's Bowser's Castle, which is one of the coolest Bowser's Castles, which got remade in a Mario Kart Wii, and it's just an absolute classic from Mario Kart 64 that needs to get into this booster course pass. And now it's finally time for the final cup of the DLC, which Nintendo likes to call the Spiny Shell Cup, but hey, this is what I like to call a blue shell. For the final 4 tracks, we've got a new track from Mario Kart Tour, 3DS's Maka Woohoo, GameCube's Wario Coliseum, and Wii's edition of Rainbow Road. Just like how I said in the last cup, there's definitely going to be more tracks from Mario Kart Tour that have yet to be revealed, and this is definitely going to be another one right here, right before the end. 3DS's Maka Woo is obviously based on Woohoo Island from Wii Sports Resort, a game that a lot of people played, but it hasn't really had the most amount of representation so far in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We do have the battle mode track, of course, with the Woohoo Town. We do not have a racetrack. We have either Woohoo Loop or Maka Woohoo, and I'd love to see either, but personally I'm a fan of Maka Woohoo with the nice scenery and everything. Just love to see this track return. GameCube's Wario's Coliseum is such a wacky track that it just needs to return. It's the only other track outside of Mario Kart Tour that only has 2 laps, and it's so much fun doing tricks, and it just asks to be in this game because there are a lot of tricks, lots of turns that would just benefit from this engine. The final track will be Wii's edition of Rainbow Road, which is one of the craziest, one of the hardest Rainbow Roads in all of Mario Kart, and would just be amazing to see in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Well, there you have it. It took a bit, but those are the tracks that I'd like to see in the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC Booster Course Pass. Which track would you like to see in the DLC? Definitely let me know in the comment section down below. And I'm going to thank you all so much for watching, and hope to see you all next time. Goodbye.